Friday, February 26, 2021, and the morning edition is live. On today's show, the Healthy Bahamas Coalition in studio talking about non-communicable diseases. A young photographer takes an unusual path in order to realize his dreams. And Lady E is in the house with her hit Feel the Rhythm. So let's start the morning off right. Thank God it's Friday and the weekend is here. Good morning and welcome to the morning edition. I'm LaDawn Davis.
And I'm Charles Fisher. Good morning, everybody.
So, Fisher, you think Bahamians are still going to happy hour on Fridays or because of COVID?
I really miss my life.
So you normally used to take part in happy hour?
Going after a long, stressful week at work. I just like to unwind sometime, and I know that's what most people are feeling. The same way, they just want to get out and relax.
So we give you headaches here at work. That's why you got to go to unwind and relax. And
you know that sitting on the side of you and just listening to you all day, trying to sing some of them songs that you have in your. That's the headaches I get, and I leave Panadol, Tylenol, and all kind of oil can't keep me from you.
So you saying I can't sing, or I be trying to sing with my head plugs in? And
I wouldn't say you can't sing. You just can't hit a tune.
Oh gosh! So you can hit a tune, or you just
heard it just now.
Oh gosh. That wasn't pretty good, Fisher. I think you need some lessons. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll do that. That's just like to say hello to one of our young viewers out there, Rihanna, student over there at Queen's College. She called me yesterday and say, "I love you and LaDawn, but you'll be talking about LaDawn lashes and you'll be talking about this." And so you have somebody out there backing you.
Yeah, because you were talking about your mother lashes yesterday.
And you know what? My mommy must be mad because she ain't called me at all yesterday.
She put her on blast yesterday about her lashes.
But women love lashes. She know how I go. And you guys here at the studio know how I go. I just say something.
Your theatrics. We love your theatrics. Well, our Lloyd Allen is standing by.
He has a big weekend coming, but before he gets set for the weekend, our Lloyd Allen and the morning traffic team is out there. Good morning, Lloyd.
The traffic report is sponsored by Bahamas First. First in insurance. Today, tomorrow.
Well, good morning, LaDawn and Fisher, and good morning to the rest of the Bahamas. It's a great start to your Friday morning, and today we're giving you your first look at traffic. This one coming in from the Old Paradise Island Bridge. That's at the northern end of Mackey Street. Again, in this area this morning, we do have an increased volume of traffic. That's likely due to the fact that it's just ahead of the start of the weekend. In other parts of the island, of course, we expect that this will be a trend today, as many persons are getting those items ahead of the weekend. Today we're also joined by Constable Prince Dane Jr. from the Royal Bahamas Police Force Traffic Division. And Officer Dane, any tips or advice you can offer for motorists today and going into the weekend?
Yes, I want to advise motorists to continue to be cautious while traversing through the streets of Nassau. Please be advised that we still have a lot of road work going on around the Bahamas, especially in the Blake Road area and the Cave community area. I want you to be cautious. Be observant to those road work users. However, persons who are trying to collect items before the weekend, I advise you, please be cautious. We have pedestrians out here who are crossing and moving about these streets. I want you to see them, not to just ride straight past them. See these pedestrians, allow them across the street, please. We don't want any accidents to happen over the weekend. However, continue to be safe. I want to advise those that continue to be prolific offenders due to these traffic offenses to calm down, relax yourself now. Those persons who are using cell phones while driving and operating your motor vehicle, stop that. That is not necessary. If you have an emergency call, just pull to the side of the street and utilize your cell phone. And that is not an excuse for you to drive and use your electronic communication device.
Now, Officer Dan, I know today also you wanted to mention an initiative that the Road Traffic Division or Police Traffic Division is also launching in short order.
Yes, we are launching our Safe Driver Award for those persons who who are good drivers, safe drivers, those who wear their seatbelts while operating their motor vehicle, who keep their child in their child's seat. Those persons who tend to obey the traffic laws of these streets and avoid these accidents. We have an award for you. Just stand by. The traffic division will provide that for you.
All right, so definitely looking forward to that. And again, that's been your quick look at your Friday traffic report. LaDon and Fisher, back to you.
Thanks a lot. Wow, it looks so beautiful on the outside after starting the morning in the 60s the past couple of days. We're back up to the 70s. Winds have also picked up slightly out of the east-southeast at 6 miles per hour. In the extended forecast, we won't get back down to the 60s until next Thursday. Looking at Sunday and Saturday, mostly sunny, winds subsiding, so a pretty good day there for boaters. And then on Monday through Friday, we'll have some pretty good weather there as well.
Let's take a look now at stories making news headlines.
While most of the positive COVID-19 cases have plateaued in the vast majority of Family Islands, the same cannot be said about Abaco. It's not a lockdown, but residents in Abaco will have to stay inside a little bit longer. With 240 COVID-19 cases on record and 48 since February 23rd, Prime Minister, the Most Honorable Dr. Hubert Minnis, announcing that due to the recent spike in cases, the curfew in Abaco will be extended.
The medical team has already mobilized and made all the necessary adjustments. And their recommendation is that at this particular point in time, we should place Abaco's curfew should be readjusted from 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. And we intend to make that adjustment 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. on Sunday. That would give them time to make the necessary adjustment. And all individuals leaving Abaco mainland to any of the other mainland of the Bahamas would have to get a PCR test done. And this would be done for about 2 weeks. We feel that with 2 weeks of this strict type protocol, we would be able to control Abaco.
11 new COVID-19 cases reported on the Ministry of Health's latest release, 6 in Abaco, 4 in Grand Bahama, and 1 in New Providence. That brings the total number of cases nationwide to 8,507. 8 of the new cases are female, the other 3 male. Hospitalizations stand at 14, 13 moderately ill, and 1 in the intensive care unit. There are 5 more recoveries, bringing that number to 7,279. 996 cases are active. The death toll remains at 179. The Free National Movement has ratified 5 more candidates for the next general election. Senator the Honorable Kwesi Thompson will run in East Grand Bahama. Newcomer Vandia Stewart will contest South Abaco. Carlton Boleg Jr. will look for re-election in North Andros and the Berry Islands. Courtney Cooley-Blay, another new face, is in Centerville. Meantime, Dr. Dwayne Sands has received the green light for Elizabeth. The Caribbean Women in Leadership Bahamas chapters expressing serious concern over Lanisha Roll's cabinet resignation and the decision to appoint a male as her replacement. The nonpartisan and independent non-governmental organization registering its disappointment in a release that outright scolds the government, arguing that by not replacing Roll with another female, the cabinet of the Bahamas is without representation of fully 1/2 of the electorate. And it's not just the governing party. The group's also drawing the attention of all political parties to these same obligations in the run-up to the 2022 general elections. Founder of the Marijuana Bahamas, Ronaldo Cartwright, getting the ear of Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs, Senator the Honorable Carl Bethel, and Permanent Secretary Cecilia Strawn during a courtesy call at the AG's office. The group discussed the marijuana and cannabis industry legislation now being drafted. The Bahamas Telecommunications Company now has a Bahamian at the helm. Former head of BTC's operations, Andre Foster, becomes the company's new CEO effective Monday, March 1st. Foster is one of the youngest Bahamian CEOs in the company's history, moving on from his most recent role as head of operations for BTC. A contract has been signed for the completion of the well drilling exercise at Water and Sewage Corporation site in McKinsey's Long Island. Last night, a drill rig arrived on the island to carry out those works. This moves the corporation one step closer to installing the new reverse osmosis plant and turning on water to hundreds of households and businesses. We're up to the fourth homicide for the week here in the capital after another young man's life is snuffed out by gun violence. Gunned down in cold blood on Thursday morning, the victim's lifeless body was ironically found just behind Bright Beginnings, also known as It's a Small World Preschool, just off Wolf Road. Police say the unidentified man was in his late 20s and lives in the immediate area. Police issuing an all-points bulletin for a murder suspect. Here's a pic of who you should keep an eye out for. That's Audric Colbrook, a.k.a. Junior, an 18-year-old resident of Black Village. The teen said to have medium brown complexion. His height and build are unknown. Anyone with information on Colbrook's whereabouts should call the Criminal Investigation Department at 502-9991 or 2-502-968, 502-9971 or download the P3 Tips app.
And when we come back, the Healthy Bahamas Coalition talks about non-communicable diseases, so keep it locked.
First, it's more than just our name, more than just our achievements. It's our nature, and it's where we put our customers. At Bahamas First, we've refreshed our look, but our nature remains the same. We design insurance solutions that protect our customers from life's uncertainties, whatever they may be. We equip you for the future so that you can recover stronger. Bahamas First, what's first for you comes first for us.
As we continue to deal with the COVID-19 pandemic, a healthier lifestyle becomes even more important. This morning, Lloyd Allen talks with a group that's raising awareness. Good morning again, Lloyd.
In 2019, a STEP survey revealed that 2 in every 5 Bahamians suffered from at least 3 non-communicable diseases, which led to the Bahamas being referred to as the fattest nation in the Americas. Joining us here in the morning edition are 2 administrative officers from the Healthy Bahamas Coalition, Donna Bannister, and Miss Marcia Munning. She's head of the Healthy Bahamas Secretariat. Ladies, welcome to the morning edition.
Thank you. Good morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
Now, as senior representatives of the HBC, what is the Bahamas, or rather, where's the Bahamas today when it comes to NCDs?
In the Bahamas, we are, as you stated, we are 2 out of 5 Bahamians have an NCD. That is not very complimentary of our eating habits and our activity levels in the country. We need to learn to eat a little better than we do, a lot more greens, a lot more healthy foods, and a little more exercise.
At least 60% of all death was the result of a person having an NCD. What needs to happen is we need to remember that we not only need to eat healthy, but we need to also remember not to eat calorie-dense foods, which means we must limit our fat, sodium, and sugar intake.
We also have to remember that a lot of the calories that we take in are those that we drink. So we may be eating healthy, but a lot of the times what we drink can cause the intake of sugars and fats, starches.
Now we know, of course, over the past few months, many persons have increased their workout and to some degree may have even changed their lifestyles according to COVID-19 and trying to stay safe. But has that impacted numbers here in the Bahamas?
We don't have the available data at this time, but we know for a fact that it has impacted the numbers in the country. Because let me give you an example. For example, a person with diabetes, being afraid to go to the doctor or being afraid to go and get them medicine, that person may need to have foot care done, and they did not go to have their foot dressed. So that's an impact of an NCD, and also not being able to have accessibility to healthy foods.
Now, of course, we always say knowledge is power, and many persons may not even be aware that they have conditions. So what sort of advice can you offer to persons here in the community to become aware of their NCDs?
Well, a lot of times, I always tell people, make sure you have an annual. Have a physical check, because I think it said that 37% of all Bahamians do not know, or 47% of all Bahamians do not know that they have an NCD. And an NCD is a chronic, long-lasting, slow progressive disease that can be avoid it.
And even looking at those numbers even deeper, we know, of course, a major part of our population exists on those family islands who may not have access to regular care to a clinic. And so what sort of advice would you offer to persons on family islands?
To stay connected, and even if they cannot make it to the clinic, they can call the clinic and let the nurse practitioner advise them on what best to do. In addition to trying to stay healthy, like walking around the house, maybe going for 1 block of exercise, and making sure that they eat well.
Just being on a family island, unlike Nassau, you can be very near to the beach. And so just taking a long, quiet walk along the beach, walking in the sand, helps to exercise the muscles. Taking a swim, all of those things are free to us in the Bahamas, this beautiful country we live in. And just taking a walk, a little jog, if you're able to, those things are just as good as going to the gym. But if you're able to see the nurse, as Ms. Manning says, that's one of the very best things you can do, in addition to the exercise.
And even considering the entire population, we know, of course, we have a combination of men and women and children. Are any of these particular groups more at risk when it comes to a non-communicable disease?
Well, we've seen an increase in juvenile diabetes among school-age children. So it means that kids need to pay special attention on what they eat. Say, for example, on the route to school, they stop and they buy a sugary drink accompanied by a honey bun. That's a no. They need to eat a healthy breakfast before they leave the house to avoid consuming calorie-dense food on the way to school. Secondly, in terms of our elderly population, we need to realize that we need to eat the rainbow. Eat more color-coordinated foods, and that will help us to go a long way.
All right, so some great bits of advice there. Again, ladies, thank you so much for joining us here on The Morning Edition.
Thank you for
having us. It's our pleasure.
us.
Thank you for having us. Good morning, Bahamas, and have a good day.
All right, back to you guys in studio.
Thanks a lot, Lloyd. As we head to the break, we take a look back at today in Bahamian history. On February 26, 1969, a new pier at the Prince George Wharf officially opened. It was part of a $19 million harbor development and improvement project. Also on February 26, 2001, college football standout Devon Darling collapsed and died after an early morning off-season workout with the Florida State Seminoles. The 18-year-old was one of the youngest players on the team. He started the previous season on special teams and was set to begin spring practice as a starting outside linebacker.
Everything is changing, and your favorite hardware and home improvement store is getting with the program. We Buy You Sell is rolling out its new online shopping feature. If you go to our website, wbusbahamas.com, it's a quick and easy 3-step process. Step 1, browse the gallery and select your item. Step 2, add to cart. And Step 3, check out. Go to our website, wbusbahamas.com, to shop with us today.
Hi, I'm Dr. Pinder. During this global pandemic, we ask for you to be responsible. As we fight the COVID-19 virus together, we would like to encourage you to do the following. Wash your hands. Cover your mouth and nose with a flex elbow or tissue when coughing and sneezing. Practice social distancing by staying 6 feet apart. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth, and if you must go out, wear a mask. We stay here for you. Please stay home for us. To those of you on the front line, we salute you as we continue this fight together.
This message has been brought to you by the Ministry of Health in conjunction with GD Media Solutions and this television station.
Our senior men's national basketball team back from Puerto Rico, where they lost United States 93-77 and to the host team 102-97 despite leading by as many as 9 in the final quarter. Joining us this morning on the morning edition is assistant coach Moses Johnson. Well, Moses, a real tough time down there in Puerto Rico. Preparation.
Man, preparation is a pivotal key to success, and we just didn't have an opportunity to do so, and not being afforded the opportunity to practice in the gymnasium at Kendall Isaacs was a huge blow for us. These teams would have prepared 14 days out, so they would have had a whole week of getting together, eating together, practicing together, playing simulated games, which we didn't have an opportunity to do. So when we practiced for 3 days, the USA was our first test, and so having to play a game without having a simulated game to go through game preparation, to throw in a little wrinkle here and there, that really was a down moment for us. But we forged ahead and we pushed through, and I know the guys gave it their all in a back-to-back, and we're happy with their effort. Just took 1 or 2 bad turnovers down the stretch. I think would have cost us, and the veteran leadership of those other teams kicked in at the end.
Like you indicated, veteran leadership, most of those teams had NBA players who were still looking for jobs, Puerto Rico and the United States.
Most definitely. The USA carried about 7 current NBA players that were in and out of the NBA, either G League or the actual NBA. So those guys were stacked, and I think we matched up pound for pound, man for man. We were right there. Just a few miscues, and I think guys will learn from it as we move forward. They're still young. We carried a 20-year-old point guard, so he is still learning the game, and he is still acclimating himself to the game. And I'm sure that this was a great test for them, mental fortitude, and they would understand now what it takes down the stretch to get the job done.
So what's next?
Next for us, we now look forward to July as we prepare for the FIBA World Cup qualifiers. We look to qualify for the 2023 FIBA World Cup qualifiers. That is one of our key aims at this point. And the guys are upbeat and they're all ready. They know now that we can compete with the best at any level. And given the time of preparation, we are sure that we'll be able to qualify for the FIBA World Cup in 2023.
I see you smiling there. Media in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, the media was all over us in Puerto Rico. They came at us, and so I think it was all a great time, and I know the guys were pushed to the level that they needed to go. But playing a back-to-back and having that increased push and added incentive gave them a nudge in the arm.
Wish I could have traveled with the team. I was not there in Puerto Rico, right?
Most definitely. You weren't there. Wish you the ZNS crew could have been able to come. You and the cameraman would have been a joyous occasion.
Well, the sales will go up starting today in Elizabeth Harbor, Georgetown, Exuma for the Bahamas National Optimist Championship. First time ever in Exuma. Dallas Knowles, Exuma Sailing Club coach, excited to be getting back on the water.
We have about 53 kids joining us throughout the Bahamas from Nassau and Eleuthera clubs, and they'll all be descending on Exuma this weekend to compete in the postponed 2020 Bahamas Optimist National Championships. This is the highest level of sailing in the Optimist class in the Bahamas, and Exuma will be hosting a team of about 15 sailors that have been practicing really hard, and they are ready to defend their harbor against the best in the Bahamas. They're very, very excited about it.
I hope that we place well and that we can do well and learn more.
I have about 60 boats, maybe 50 boats in my class. I'm just hoping to place well, and also I'm just excited to have a really big race. This is going to be my first nationals.
I am in the Red Championship Fleet. This week I'll be sailing. In our team we have about 12 to 15 boats. Come to meet new friends, have fun, and just enjoy the experience.
On the other side of the break, a young photographer takes an unusual path in order to realize his dreams.
Explore the world of agriculture with us. Join me, your host, Carla Palmer, for continued adventures in agriculture and the marine environment as we head into Season 2 of the program, Agriculture Now. That's Agriculture Now, moving to a new date and time, Wednesdays at 8 p.m. and Saturdays at 9 a.m., right here on the ZNS Television Network.
Tells of the rewards that awaited him after making the bold decision to drop out of school and go after his dreams. Intern Danielle Dean has a story.
Follow your dreams. They know the way. A quote that became the reality for a 20-year-old photographer who left university to pursue his full-time. Proprietor of Caval Williams Photography, Caval Williams says his passion for the art developed after being introduced to it in high school.
There was a lot of doubt. Instead of just, going straight forward with my dreams, I wasted time, trying to fall in line,
People often think obtaining a degree is synonymous with success, Caval says. But he decided to go against the grain and hasn't looked back since.
When God allows you to realize what you're here for, there's no regrets. And regardless of the ups and downs of the people saying that I can't do it full time or it wouldn't, last long, I'm here to this day to show that, hey, I'm following what I'm doing. I'm chasing my dreams, I'm successful at it, and I'm having fun.
Williams leaves these words of advice for aspiring young entrepreneurs contemplating taking the plunge.
Don't focus on the crowd and don't look at what the crowd's doing. Other people's opinions, you listen to them, but then you don't let them affect the choices that you make fully. If you feel like this is your God-given reason of being here and this is what you're passionate about, 100% go for it. And yeah, just pray about it. You gotta have faith. You can't go into this, thinking that it may not work or it may die down later on.
Well, the weekend is here and it's time to put on those dancing shoes for our Entertainment Friday.
Have on mine, the birthday boy. Lloyd Allen joins us live in studio with Lady E. Good morning again, Lloyd.
Well, thanks to Don and Fisher. Of course, today, yes, we're joined by Lady E, one of those noted local singers. Lady E, what gives you this energy?
It's just the joy of being Bahamian. It's that conch salad. It's that peas and rice, that macaroni and cheese. It's the depth of us. It's what makes us Bahamian that I write about. So that's where I get my passion from.
And speaking about passion, now, of course, my birthday is on Sunday, and so I'm hoping that you're going to give us something to get excited and feel a rhythm today. What are you giving us today?
I'm going to do that. Feel that rhythm.
All right, take it away.
Thank you very much. This one for all my Junkanoo people out there. I want you to feel it. Bring the thing now. Feel that rhythm, the rhythm, the rhythm. Feel that rhythm. Turn it up now. Feel that rhythm, the rhythm, the rhythm. Feel that rhythm. Bring the rhythm now. Feel that rhythm, the rhythm, the rhythm. Feel that rhythm. One family. Let's go. Feel that rhythm, bounce off the wall. Forget about the reggae and the dancehall. Break and scrape, give me Junkanoo party people. This one is just for you. I want you to feel that rhythm. Bounce off the wall. Forget about the reggae and the dancehall. Break and scrape, give me Junkanoo. Just like a control when I walk and roll the music, come take over me. Junkanoo, that when you see me sweat, I don't care who said this to me. Hey! So tell a DJ, turn up the waist, me and my girls gonna feel the rum pum pum on the goat skin drum. It's time for us to have fun. Bring it on now. Blow the horn to me, turn up the lights to me. Hands in the air, give me the rhythm. Bring the cowbells to me. Hands in the air, put your hands up. Like we don't care. Blaze up the rhythm. Feel that rhythm, the rhythm, the rhythm. Feel that rhythm. Wind up your waist, yeah. Feel that rhythm, the rhythm, the rhythm. Feel that rhythm. Jump up yourself, hey. Feel that rhythm, the rhythm, the rhythm. Junkanoo. Jump up yourself, yeah. Feel that rhythm, the rhythm, the rhythm. Feel that rhythm. How winding on Time Bay Street is mine. You see me rushing down the road. This second year carnival is here. We taking this party into beast mode. So tell a DJ, me and my girls gonna feel the rum pum pum on the goat is wrong. It's time for us to have fun. On the front line to me, boy lick the drums to me. Hands in the air.